wins the MVP this season?
I think Tom Brady, believe it or not, and that's even with Julian Edelman going down. You still got Hogan, you still got Amendola, you've got Gronk, you've got Brandon Cooks, and you don't have LeGarrette Blount anymore to have to hand the football to. He's not in New England any longer. He's in Philly. And so when I look at it from that perspective, I think that they're going to throw the ball just as much as they ever have. They're going to utilize the brilliance of Tom Brady. They're going to put the ball in the air. They're not going to take the air out the ball under any circumstances. And I think as a result, because of that, combined with him being in the AFC East, I think that Tom Brady is going to do his thing. It's not to diminish Matt Ryan and what he's going to bring to the table. It's not to diminish that bad man and it's Aaron Rodgers and what he's going to bring to the table. But I think the requisite weapons that Tom Brady has at his disposal, combined with the familiar system, the familiar personnel, and the fact that they are not going to take the air out of the ball and he's in the AFC, I think all that lends itself towards Tom Brady capturing league MVP honors.
The answer is Aaron Rodgers. He's going to win the MVP. First of all, I've said it many times, Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback in the history of football. He's the greatest. He's had the greatest career. He's just about as good as it gets at his best, and he's had the greatest career. He plays for the greatest coach. He wins the most. That's the greatest quarterback of all time. But he's never been as good as Aaron Rodgers in any given season. Rodgers' team isn't as good. His coach isn't as good. He hasn't won as much. He has won a Super Bowl, but not like as many as Tom Brady, obviously. But everyone in the NFL itself knows that Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom Brady because he is. So that's one. He's a superior player. Two, it really has to do with how much your team is winning and how obviously you're contributing to it. And because the Packers aren't as good as New England, Rodgers' contributions to wins will be more obvious than Brady's contributions to wins. So then it becomes a question of how much are they going to win? And there's reason to believe that a playoff team with double-digit wins last year just got better. Like, we can reserve judgment. Let's see what they look like against Seattle and all this. But, you know, what was the issue last year? Well, how about starting with the defensive backfield? They drafted two guys high up to help, and that should help in the defensive background. Second-round picks in the defensive backfield. The offensive line is devastating. We talk about O-lines, the Cowboys and the Raiders all the time. That Packers O-line, remember that excellent giant front seven trying to get to Aaron Rodgers? Not just him dancing around. The O-line was holding them off. It's a great O-line, probably made better by the addition of Martellus Bennett. I think they have a chance. And then Jordy Nelson's going to be there and healthy at least to start the season and maybe all year. I think the Packers have a legitimate chance to be better than they were, maybe win, let's say, 12 games, and Aaron Rodgers' contributions will be more obvious than anyone else's because he's the best player in the league. He's going to win MVP.